and welcome to the CBS Morning News for this wonderful Sunday morning. I'm Michael Smith. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry, Michael Roberts. Thank you so much for joining me, my old name there. Thank you all so much for watching the CBS Morning News. We appreciate your viewership. We appreciate all of you all watching this morning. We have a lot of news to get down into this morning, so thank you all so much for watching the brand new CBSN Roblox. And we have a great brand new co-host, Cadence. I gotta get your name right. Hold on. Yeah, Cadence Rogers. Cadence, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate all that you've been doing for us here at CBSN as Roblox correspondent. So thank you so much for being with us. But we have a lot of news to get to. Let's go ahead and get started, folks. So welcome to CBSN. All right, here we go. Roblox voice chat has been reviewed as Roblox has received a really disturbing email from a user regarding dev misconduct using voice chat. They said they heard developers using the N word, the B word, the F word, and things of that nature. I'm not exactly sure. Then again, and this is something I was talking about yesterday. I'm not exactly sure how Roblox is going to be able to regulate how people talk and things like that on voice chat when it is eventually revealed. You know, they said earlier that the voice limit for voice chat would be 18, but then it was lowered down to 13 once again. So it's definitely interesting what's going on here with Roblox voice chat. I mean, I am definitely watching this because, I mean, once they do get voice chat, we'll definitely be using it here at CBS. So, Cadence, what do you think about this voice chat? And I know you have the email from what the user said. It was a really interesting email. I'll just read a little bit of it for you. But, you know, they said that they had 40 developers using obscene language on the new voice chat. They are demanding that they're immediately banned and things like that. You know, what are your thoughts on this, and what do the rest of the email say? I mean, what were they saying in the voice chat with the developers?
Honestly, the person who reported this just decided that it was just like not necessary, and Roblox should have their hands on this and make sure these words are monitored and stuff like that. The person who had reported this, they said that if they do not meet all these demands that they are asking, they will report this to the actual news media, and that will just, put a bad name on Roblox.
Yeah, I think it definitely will, especially as Roblox is on the New York Stock Exchange right now. Now, Roblox's stock has been fairly unaffected by this. It's still holding steady at about $80 from the last time I checked, and I think my controller is going to check that for me now. But like I said, I mean, as Roblox is a publicly traded company, more eyes is going to be on Roblox. The release is going on the company. What's going on behind the scenes? More eyes and more things are going to be on Roblox, as it is, again, a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. And my controller is telling me that after hours after trading, it's $82.60, but at close on Friday, it was $82.87. So it's kind of holding steady at that $82 range, as again David Baszucki went on CNBC to discuss Roblox stock approaching the $100 range as it just hit the stock market this summer. So very interesting what's going on here. I mean, do you think? I mean, I guess Cadence. What I'm thinking, when I ask you here is, I mean, what do you think Roblox can do about people that are using, slurs and bad names on Roblox voice chat? I mean, it's gonna be that woman that said that their little Johnny was exposed to the F word or the B word or whatever. It's just kind of a risky move for Roblox, in my opinion. I mean, it's. I'm not exactly sure it's a safe bet because with chat, it's easier regulated than voice or whatever, right? I mean, if you want to use voice, you should be able to use Discord as it is right now, as we're using right now. So, what are your thoughts on it, Cadence? I mean, it's kind of a touchy subject, but I mean, do you think it's a risk for Roblox to do this?
It is much of a risk, but of course they would have to like have the permissions and the tools to make sure they could like cut out these type of words. Of course, since they do that with chat, they can also do that with voice chat as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think they can definitely do that as well. So, like I said, this is a very interesting story this morning. I mean, we're definitely watching this here at CBS. I mean, it's going to be a very... I hope they can roll out with voice chat. I do, because many people for years have really been wishing Roblox can get rid or really get on to the voice bandwagon. But an example that someone put into the developer forum last night that I saw when I was scrolling through my newsfeed was that, 13-year-olds under, I mean, we know this already. We know this all too well, right? Xbox Live. PS Plus, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. All these kids are able to be voicing on these different devices under 13 there, and I mean, there's really no problems, not that many problems. But with Roblox, it's a bit of a different story because the age range on Roblox is so broad. I mean, you have kids from 4 to 20 playing Roblox, and when you have a mixed age group like this, it's going to be extremely hard to regulate because you have teenagers here, you have adults over here, you have kids over here from 4, 5, and 6 that are playing this game, and it's just a very broad age range. It's a very broad range, so it's going to be much, much harder to regulate. It's not going to be that easy. So like I said, it's really something, and I hope Roblox is able to come out victorious in this one because it's a very interesting story to say the least, and I'm very interested to see what happens with it. So, all right, Kaden, so I know you have some more Roblox news coming because I know it's been a very busy day and busy week for you all in the Roblox news department. So what other news do we have coming out of the Roblox community?
Well, there was an article coming out about voice chat, and it was actually someone interviewing a Roblox employee, and they said that they were working on it.
So what is working on it exactly mean? I guess are they just working on it behind the scenes? And I guess another question I have is, when do you think will be a release date for voice chat?
Of course, it would take like the readjusting, of course, especially with like this like these things happening. And of course, I believe Roblox has released a game testing out voice chat. So of course, it will just have to take like readjusting and stuff. But it could come out in a few months, probably.
Probably, I'm thinking in a few months. I mean, it's just trying to ramp up because many of the major outlets are beginning to pick up on the story. I know many outlets will begin to pick up on this one because it's such a big story, guys. I mean, Roblox getting voice chat, to me, that's a very huge story. It's a very big story. That could really, it could hurt Roblox or it could really strengthen Roblox at the same time. So it's really interesting what's going on here. So thank you so much for our news outlook here, Cadence. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. So continue to stay with us. Thank you so much, Cadence. All right, coming up on the CBS Morning News, we're going to talk about the California recall election. We're going to talk about Jim Jordan saying that Donald Trump will run in 2024. Also, we're going to look at a brand new hurricane on track to hit the East Coast in the next coming day. We're going to talk about that and more coming up on the CBS Morning News. Stay here, grab your popcorn, grab your pancakes, grab your waffles, grab breakfast, eat breakfast with us, wake up with us, welcome back, come back with us. We'll be right back with more CBS Morning News after the break.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A Coke and fries. 10-piece chicken McNuggets. And one more thing. 2 more things. Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
And Doug.
Hey, Limu. How great is it that we get to tell everybody how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? I mean, sorry. Whoops. Meow, good evening. Meow. Nope. Oh, what? I'm an emu. No, buddy. Buddy, it's a filter.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Kroger, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
What's the difference between a point in time and a moment in history? What tells us that now can be different? Maybe the question isn't what, but who. Maybe the most different thing about now is you.
And welcome back to the CBS Morning News. I'm Michael T. Roberts. Thank you so much for joining me. Joined by a wonderful new co-host this morning. Thank you so much for joining me, Cadence Rogers. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, and everyone, welcome back to the CBS Morning News. We have a lot of great news to get to this morning. Let's go ahead and get right back into it. But first, Jim Jordan saying that Trump will run in 2024. This is confirmed reporting from Jim Jordan saying that he has talked with President Trump in Florida at Mar-a-Lago, and he says that Donald Trump will run in 2024. Cadence, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think the Republican Party will renominate Donald Trump? I think it'll be a very easy one. Now, as Zara Vex said last night on the CBS Weekend News, this is a big disappointment to half and half Republicans like Nikki Haley, people like that. Ben Carson, that he want to run. He was full steam ahead Trump supporter. Ben Carson, Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, all these potential Republican hopefuls probably will not run now that Donald Trump plans to run. Based on my knowledge on this, it probably is true. Now, what are your thoughts on this, Cadence? Do you think the Republican Party is getting bored of this? What are your thoughts of it?
Of course, it just depends on whether they would want him back or not. And of course, since he is in that specific party, maybe they would.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know. Like I said, it's very interesting what's going on here, but that is some news that we're getting this morning as well from some of our sources here at CBS. So we're definitely watching that. Some more story we're watching here at CBSN. There were a lot of story we're watching here at CBSN this morning, but that's just one story we're watching here at CBSN. Also, like I said, voice chat. We've got voice chat. Also, the Gavin Newsom governor's race is tightening. The race is continuing to tighten as Larry Elder is continuing to build a following over Caitlyn Jenner. Many people have called him the blackface of white supremacy, which is untrue. But like I said, many Democrats do not like Larry Elder. But like I said, Larry Elder is winning in the poll with 53% of Californians willing to vote for Larry Elder, with Gavin Newsom only getting about 46% of the California vote tally right now in the latest Politico NBC News poll. And that is a liberal poll. So I think Gavin Newsom's not doing too good right now. I think that with him closing businesses down, shuttering doors, he's able to go the French Laundry. He's just this double standard and hypocrisy coming from Gavin Newsom is not going to do him any will at all in this race. But Larry Elder seems to be the Republican frontrunner in this California's governor's race. But it will be happening in just about 2 weeks now. I believe it's on September the 13th or the 14th. But we will have full coverage of that recall for you here live on CBSN. We'll be covering that for you. That is a big, big deal. If California ends up going red, it'll be the first time it goes red at least since the 70s or 80s. I mean, it's a very big deal, but I would not be surprised if California goes red in this recall. I don't know. We're only going to have to see about that one. We're going to have to see. But that's some of the headlines we are following here at CBSN. Coming up, we're going to talk about some of the Hurricane Ida relief. Also, a brand new hurricane hurling towards the East Coast. Also, Dr. Fauci is watching a new COVID-19 variant that may not be able to be cured by vaccines. Coming up right now on the CBS Morning News. And welcome back to the CBS Morning News Weekend. I'm Michael T. Roberts. Thank you for joining me. Joining me right now is, Jesus, I'm not sure what that's from my computer. Joining me now is Cadence Roberts, our brand new, I hope, CBS Morning News co-host and great correspondent of mine for Roblox correspondents, one of our Roblox correspondents. Thank you for joining me. All right, let's go ahead and get right back into it, folks. We have Hurricane Ida relief efforts continuing in New Orleans and in the Louisiana area. Like I said, Louisiana was the hardest hit state in the Hurricane Ida path. But like I said, the energy companies have been projecting that they might not have electricity in that area until September 29th. That is at least 3 weeks from now. That is on a Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. And that is, again, 1 week after it made landfall. Just last week, over 630,000 customers are still without power, according to poweroutage.us. Energy Louisiana, which they provide the energy service for over 1 million customers. They're saying that they won't even be able to put power back on until at least sometime in October. So, I mean, it's going to be a very long road to getting the electricity back on. And Governor John Bel Edwards is saying that the electrical infrastructure needs to be improved in Louisiana to prevent this from happening ever again. So this is definitely a situation. At least the levees held this time. But like I said, Hurricane Ida relief efforts are continuing here, especially in Pensacola, in Mississippi, in parts of Alabama, and mainly hardest hit area is Louisiana. Also, the Hurricane Ida relief efforts are continuing in New York as they were battled. By the first time in over 110 years, the New York subway system had to be shut down due to high floods. So we're definitely watching New Orleans and New York City as high floods begin to, I mean, they're saying that, different scientists are saying that this is only supposed to happen every 100 years for New York, but they're saying because of certain climate conditions, it's happening now every 20 years. So, I mean, this is very interesting here. The scientists, I mean, whatever they're saying, it's got to be right because we've never seen anything like this happen in New York. And in parts of New York, a flood warning was just released for the first time ever in over 200 years in parts of New York. So, Cadence, I mean, this is just a really shocking story here. I mean, what do you think about it? I mean, I know you had a hard time getting into work last week because of the floods, and I know here in New York, some of our staffers had to work from home, but what were your thoughts on it?
Well, of course, the flooding, it's not been seen in New York, and especially for Louisiana with all the power outages and stuff, that's a really hard hit. And of course, there will be like multiple property damage, and as we've already seen from clips, so we can most definitely expect for some states to be receiving money just because of the hurricane.
Yeah, definitely. I do definitely agree with everything you're saying here. But yeah, we haven't seen floods like this in New York ever. Not in my lifetime. Maybe in some of our parents' lifetime. I'm not even sure in theirs. But yeah, definitely. I do definitely agree with everything you've been saying there. But yeah, definitely. That's kind of our final stories here. But that is all that we have this morning here for the CBS Morning News. Thank you all so much for watching our first episode here. We're going to be here every weekend to give you all the morning news here from CBS. From all the worldwide resources of CBS News. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great Labor Day. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy that barbecue. Enjoy spending time with your family. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all on Monday for CBS This Morning.